Hi guys, it's me Terri of the Yarnjoy podcast. Welcome back to WIP Wednesday. This is WIP Wednesday episode number 8, I believe. Anyway, so I'm still working on my project that I took off of my WIP wall. Just as a reminder, I had all of these, I had 2 extras. I'm not sure where I put them, but anyway, I was working on these rectangles, all these separate little rectangles that I had, and I stitched them together, and then I continued on with the around the bases pattern, and I will link a link below to that pattern where you start off with your own square, and then all you have to do is end up with a certain multiple of stitches on each side, and then you continue on with their pattern. And it's just like a scrappy sampler Afghan pattern blanket, okay? And it is based on baseball, so each part is called an inning, okay? So like first inning, and it does all the way, it has all the way up to 9 innings, okay? And I am just about to complete inning number 5. Yeah. Okay, so let me show you what I got done in the past 2 weeks. I think when I showed you before, I had finished this block stitch section right there, and then I had 2 rows of the star stitch, and I can't remember if I had all of that or I had the white and I had to do the pink. I think maybe that's where I was at. Okay, so I will now show you it all together, and then I will show you up close what I did. Okay, so here it is so far. Okay, like I said, I'm just about to complete inning number 5. I've got 2 sides of this blue right here, and then to go I'm like halfway around, and then I got to finish that up, and then that will be the completion of inning number 5. Okay, so what I did is I finished the star stitch row. That was inning number 4, and it took me a while to get that done, because if you've done the star stitch before, it takes 2 rounds. You do like the bottom part of the like starburst, maybe you'd call it, and then you go back around at the top with another round, and that finishes the top of the starburst. So there's lots of stitches in those 2, this and the white and the pink. And so it took me a while to get all the way around this to get that done. I'm not a big fan of the star stitch. I like the way it looks when you get finished with it, but it is quite an involved stitch, I guess. You have to, if you've ever done the star stitch before, you have to, you end up with several loops, I think maybe 6 loops on your hook, and then you have to draw through all 3 of those loops, and so you have to repeat that all the way across. Anyway, it's just a more involved stitch, but I do like the way it turns out. See that? It gives a nice texture. So anyway, that's what that was. So that was inning 4. Inning number 5 is these 3 here, these 3 rows. And so it's kind of I can't remember what it's called. Can you see it? I can't remember what it's called. It's like I would call it like a slanted shell, or slanted granny type stitch or something. I'm not sure, but I do like it. In fact, I did the green and I thought, oh, that would be a cute border, but it was, it wasn't big enough. So, and then I did the yellow. You have to turn it around and work on the back side to do the second row, and then you flip it back to the front side again to do this one. But this last row is a little bit different, which ends up giving you a straight edge. Okay, so that blue is what I'm working on right now. And I'm still trying to pull out colors from this middle section that I have done previously. And I see that there's purples in there, so I need to get some purple in there in some of this part. I haven't done that yet, but I did get the blue in there. Okay, so I measured it, and so far this piece is, when I finish this blue round, it is going to be 36 inches square. Okay, 36 by 36. And so it's getting to be a good size. Last week, the last episode, I had talked about wanting to make this like a lap gan, where I would lengthen the top and the bottom to get a more rectangular size. I might still do that. I don't know. I'm kind of liking going around. So we'll see. If it doesn't end up being a lap gan, it'll just be like a big square throw or whatever. I will probably not go past 44 inches or so, maybe at the most. And then what I may do is, instead of donating this as a wheelchair blanket, I might save it to donate to Project Linus, which is where they collect blankets for children that are in the hospital. So I might do that. I don't know. I'll go with it and see how it goes. Just come along with me and watch and see how big I make it. Like I said, I'm about to start inning number 6, and so I don't know if I'll go to the 9th inning. It depends on how big it's getting. So, but I'm enjoying using up a lot of scrap yarn, so that's good. So let me back up and I'll show you another look, give you another look of it, or look to it. Okay, like I said, I'm really enjoying working on this, and I'm glad that I'm getting this project, doing something with this project. So I guess that's it. I guess it's kind of a short video, but I just wanted to show you that I did work on this project over the past 2 weeks, and so I will just continue, instead of picking a new WIP Wednesday project, not quite yet. I'm going to continue on with this, and we will see how much work I get done for our next WIP Wednesday project episode. I do know that this next inning, I just looked ahead, and a sneak peek of the next inning, which is the part 6. It is going to be a round of half double crochets. Okay, so that's not too bad, but it's in each stitch, so it's a lot of stitches. You get to be a lot of stitches. The bigger it gets, the more stitches it has per side. But then the next 2 rounds after this half double crochet round is going to be it's going to be very time consuming. In fact, the lady, whoever did the pattern, she was saying that this next section will be what did she call it? Something about being an act of perseverance or something like that to get through it. It looks really cool, but what it is, it's a back post single crochet, and so that it will be a little bit slower going, and you do 2 rounds of that. What I might do, the half double crochet, I don't know what color I'm going to use yet, but I think what I'll probably do is, you see that orange that's in there, when I do that back post stitch, I may bring that orange back. Yeah, I may do that. So, but then the 7th inning is a fun stitch. It's kind of a cable crossover type stitch, and I've done it before, and I really enjoy doing it. So that will be fun. So anyway, that is my progress on my WIP Wednesday. Thanks for watching, guys, and coming along and following me with this project. And I'm hoping that I'm inspiring you to pull out some of your sleeping projects and work on them, and let's get them finished. So that way we can start more projects. Okay, so everybody have a great evening or day whenever you see this. Tomorrow I'll be back with episode number 153 of the Yarnjoy podcast, so please stay tuned and come and watch that and see what else I've been working on this week. Okay, guys, so everybody have a great rest of your day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.